So, Evelyn, why are we here today?
We're here today because I want to introduce the Calm Cookie.
Ooh.
It's something that I've been working on for months,
Yeah.
and I'm finally ready to drop it. So I'm really, really excited.
Exciting stuff.
Yes, and also to have a real conversation about me, how I grew my brand, and how hard that was to do, and how I'm still in the process of it, and I'm just getting started. And talk about real conversations with other people because I don't want to feel so alone, because I feel like sometimes it's hard to just get in your head when you're so focused on something and start to stress and feel like you're the only one going through it. So I'm really looking forward to having more conversations.
Wow, really opening up right off the jump.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really nervous. I feel like I planned this whole interview in my head for months, and I feel really overwhelmed. It's weird that it's like happening, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm feeling very optimistic, and I'm excited for this new year.
What are some of the things you're starting, getting into place for this year?
I really want to take Eluvate seriously. I feel like I've doubted myself since college. I knew I wanted to become a content creator, and I feel like that's something I really want to focus on this year. I decided to go all in and quit my full-time teaching job to do this. So I feel like there's no room for failure, and I feel like if I do fail, then I don't know. There's no backup plan. Like, I really do want this to come to fruition. So I'm really excited for this year.
Yeah. So, what can everybody expect from Elevate this year?
I have so much planned for Elevate this year.
Me too.
I'm really excited. First of all, I'm going to launch the Calm Cookie, which I'm going to talk about later in this interview, but I've been working so hard on this, and it's taken me, I'm not even going to lie, like 10 tries to like get this down. And I used to not bake. Like, I am not a professional, no, I shouldn't say that. Well, who cares? I'm not a professional baker, and I really wanted to sell something that like was meaningful to me. Not even sell, I don't think that's good. I wanted to share something that was meaningful with me, and I really am proud of it because I'm not a baker, and it shows that like whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve.
So, tell us a bit more about the cookie. Like, what was, we've got a green cookie with, I think, a little bit of brown and, yellow shards.
Yes.
What are those components?
So the green is, I feel like you could guess, matcha. That's like the biggest craze right now.
That's where the calm comes from.
That's where the calm comes from, and I'm also obsessed with matcha as well.
No, I know.
So the matcha is perfect for this cookie. The second part of it, which is like the black swirls, is the black garlic caramel. And that's supposed to give it a little bit of like umami depth to it, and a little bit of saltiness. And the last part is the honeycomb crunch. So that's supposed to give it like the sweetness and just like a little bit of like a different like component to the cookie.
Okay, I see you. You really got some layers in here. Like this was, you were really in the lab for this one.
Yeah, I was in the lab for weeks.
So, put a lot of work into developing this cookie, right? What else were you managing on top of, baking and developing new cookie flavors?
I'm managing so much right now. My schedule is crazy every day.
Yeah.
But I am trying to build a website for my cookie to sell.
Okay.
Which, stay tuned.
Yeah, where can they find you?
My Instagram is Eluvate Life and my TikTok is Evelyn Lu. So I post consistently on there, so please check out my content if you want to see more cookies. But
Soon there'll be a URL.
Yeah, soon there will be a URL. I'm trying to get more people on these interviews. That in itself is so much work because I don't know who to interview.
Yeah, I know.
That like fits the theme of calm because I'm trying to be very particular with the people that I have on these interviews.
Yeah.
But I feel like people don't think about it's like a back and forth thing with like communication. People are so busy and making time for it because I really do have to plan like a month to 2 months ahead, which I feel like I can barely get my week schedule like situated. So it is a lot of work to think 2 months in advance. Thinking about my content for YouTube, my Instagram and TikTok is so much work in itself. And I feel like we don't give creators enough credit for how hard it is to post every day.
Yeah.
And I feel like social media is really looked negatively upon. Like it's just not good to be on there. I feel like most of the things on there are not really like positive. They make us feel self-conscious about ourselves. And a lot of creators, like, I feel like, it's just so much content. But I feel like as a creator who is taking it seriously and those who treat it as a business, like, I really do admire those people because it's not easy.
Definitely. I think there's a lot of positives and negatives associated with social media, like you're saying. But, seeing you, like, work day in and day out to post daily, to keep up with, like, managing what you got to do for your business on top of social media and planning, like you're saying, going into the future, like, I definitely see there's a back end. And I think a part of the art of, like, social media is making it look easy, right? So that's kind of the trick.
Yeah. I was also going to say the other part that makes my day-to-day so busy is that because I'm starting from scratch and starting from nothing, it is a lot of work mentally and physically on my body and my brain to continue to push myself to keep going.
Yeah.
Just in a different way that I've never done before.
Okay.
Because I feel like I went to college for 4 years and
congratulations.
Thank you. And that in itself, obviously going to class, doing all that is a lot of work. I mean, you're in it right now, so you would know.
Don't remind me.
And then getting a job and then doing the whole 8 to 3 schedule every day, like that's tiring. And sometimes what I'm doing right now makes it seem like I'm not doing enough because I don't have like a set schedule. I don't have someone telling me what to do. I do not receiving anyone. Praising me or feedback, criticism, direction. I'm not getting any of that right now. And also too, I don't want to make it about income, but I I quit my full-time job to do something that I'm passionate about. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. And I am still trying to come to terms with it, honestly. Like, it is really stressful to think about, but I care more about my happiness and my goals and my aspirations than to just be complacent with life.
Okay.
So, if not now, then I don't know when I would ever do this.
Yeah, no, that. I mean, I think that's great. You said 8 to 3. You said your previous career. You want to talk about what you were doing before? Because I know 8 to 3 might catch some people's ears.
Yeah.
If they know, they know.
Yeah, before this, I was a teacher, and I had an hour commute in the morning, and I taught freshmen
Strongest soldier.
in high school, and I taught them English.
Braver than the troops.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Teachers also deserve so much respect and so much like praise for what they do. I wasn't strong enough. Honestly, I'll be honest. Like, I sometimes feel like a failure that I didn't go back to it because I quit so early. And that was.
So what was your journey?
My journey
teaching?
to becoming a teacher?
Yeah, just with teaching. What was your experience with teaching? And like, you said you quit early. Like, kind of just what's some context for that?
I
Finished school.
Right, finished school, and then I started working as a maternity leave teacher for one school, and that was temporary for 6 months, and then I got another maternity leave to finish that school year at a different school.
Okay.
And then I was really banking on getting a permanent position the next year, and I ended up getting a whole year at a different school, but it was temporary again. So I took the job because I needed to pay my rent.
Right.
And I was genuinely miserable that whole year.
Hour commute, yeah.
An hour commute every day in Chicago traffic. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And
Your city, but worse.
your city, but worse. And I just couldn't do it. I felt so depressed. And I don't even want to like say that I had depression, but I really did feel the lowest of like my life. So this year I'm hoping to really change that and like focus on my happiness.
Okay. I would say now that we're on the topic of like kind of mental health and like where you were at mentally, do you want to dive more into like what your journey with mental health is and why, kind of like loop that into, you know, what you're trying to do with, you know, your cookies and everything, like how does that tie in? I'm saying all this like I don't know. I am your boyfriend. I do know like your work with teaching and stuff, but like.
I feel like with this year, I do want to focus on my happiness and being a better person just to myself. I feel like I'm really hard on myself.
Okay.
And I really felt the weight last year that because I couldn't go back to teaching this year, and I didn't want to, I felt like it was time to take that leap of faith and try to do something that I was dreamt of, because I was like, if teaching wasn't going to work, then I might as well try something new and see if this works out. I grew up with loving parents, a good family. Like, I feel like being depressed was not something that I should feel, because there was no reason for me to feel depressed. I had a lot of privileges growing up. So now being on my own and realizing that I'm not happy, it is kind of like a wake-up call that life is hard. There's a lot of things that are difficult.
The training wheels are off.
Yeah, the training wheels are off, but you have to keep going. Like you have to keep living life. I feel like if you're not going to change that, no one will. And that goes with a lot of other things, not just with your career, with anything you want to achieve, is you have to put in the work to do it, because no one else is going to do it for you. And that's kind of how I'm feeling this year, is that I need to push myself to do things that I normally wouldn't do.
You gotta elevate.
I gotta elevate.
And so going off of that, what would you say calm looks like for you right now?
Right now, I would say calm looks like being present and in the moment. I have a problem with overthinking, so it's hard for me to stay calm when I have a million thoughts about what I did wrong or what I didn't get to during the day. So being present for me looks like journaling, being alone, and having time to really like digest my feelings and my emotions and what I'm thinking. I feel like it's important to set aside time to reflect on your goals, because I feel like that's what true happiness looks like. And if you don't have anything to strive towards, I feel like there's no point in doing anything. So I feel like giving myself time to think about what is important to me, what do I want to focus on, is how I stay calm.
Okay. So I see what you're saying about overthinking, but at the same time, your answers kind of sounds like it might be a part of like making that more into a productive thing. Like, is that kind of how you're thinking about it, or?
Yeah, I definitely try to do as much as I can in a day and get to as many things. And sometimes
Sounds like a lot.
it is a lot, and sometimes I don't ever get to everything that I can do. So I feel like being able to talk about the wins of the day is something that's important, and how I stay calm and
Gratitude.
and focus on gratitude, because that is really important. Talking about what are 3 things that went well today, reflecting about that at the end of my night, talking about like what is something that I enjoyed about today, or something that made me happy. I feel like it's really important, and that's something my therapist told me that I need to do every night.
Shout out.
Shout out, I don't want to say your name, but shout out to you,
Dr. Calm.
Dr. Calm. But those are like the main ways I stay calm, and like keeping myself healthy physically, working out, that really does make me feel good. Running, and just trying to like be at peace.
Okay. Speaking of calm, why don't we try these cookies?
Yeah. So the flavor is a matcha base, and there is a caramelized top with black garlic caramel drizzle, and there is a honeycomb crunch to garnish the top.
Okay.
So when you bite into it, it should be a lot of sensations, because you're getting the soft cookie, you're getting the crunch from the honeycomb, you're getting the gooiness and like the savoriness from the caramel. So all the flavors really work together to give you like a really like strong flavor.
Okay, I'm excited now. I think I might try to work around these shards here.
Okay. Yeah, you should have a bite with the shard.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I'm sorry.
Explosive flavor. I'm a fan.
What are you tasting?
It's sweeter than I thought. With you, the ingredients I heard, I'm much a little bit better. But I really like the honeycomb on top. Kind of reminded me of a classic sugar cookie. It was like the closest thing I could put it to. This is my favorite cookie, actually. But yeah, no, I'm definitely getting like more than just like a basic sugar cookie. Like there's layers to it. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I feel calmer.
It took me so long to figure out what would be like a special cookie flavor that I could do that was unique and also represented an emotion, because I feel like it's hard to connect food with flavor when you want to emulate so many different things in one cookie. So I feel like this is something that I'm really proud of that I was able to do, and I feel like I executed it so well. And obviously there's things I can tweak and you can make things even perfect.
Sure.
But I really do think this is such a good cookie, and I am excited to share it with you guys.
I think you can definitely count this as a success. Like you were talking about, not having anybody to tell you did a good job. I'm here to tell you, I think you did a good job. This is a good cookie. I'm about to tear it up right now and finish it. So, where else can people find you?
First of all, they can find me on this YouTube channel, which is Eluvate Life. I'll be posting interviews every week on Thursday.
Okay.
You have to hold me to that.
You can try.
So I'll be here. Second of all, my TikTok page, which is Evelyn Lu. Please go check that out if you want more content. And my Instagram, which is Eluvate Life as well. But yeah, I think that's everything.
Okay. Nothing else you'd like to say?
I just am really excited for this next chapter and for this season of calm. And we need much more calmness in our world right now with everything going on. So I'm looking forward to more conversations in the future.
Sounds good. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
All right.